Frenkie de Jong. Barcelona need to sell. Javi's leaving. Kind of feels like not a rebuild because Barcelona doesn't really do rebuilds.
Right.
But it kind of feels like it's been rumored for 2-3 years, Frenkie. Yeah. Originally, before he went to Barca, this potential transfer, and that's Manchester United. I think even if Ten Hag leaves, I think Frenkie de Jong is going to be the top priority. Manchester United need midfielders. Like, they don't need to spend on attackers.
Yeah, they've missed. Mount got injured, but I never thought that was the right signing. Amrabat they missed on. They need
build around a Frenkie de Jong and Kobe Mainoo midfield for the next few years. Yeah. You could have a very strong core. Spend what it takes to get Frenkie. He is a complete game changer. He can play as a 6. He can play as an 8. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He can play as a deep-lying playmaker. He's everything Manchester United need in midfield. He's a game controller. Mm-hmm. He is responsible. He's mature. He's ready to take the step and be a leader at Manchester United.
He's exactly what Man United needs right now. Just some calmness, some technicality, and just 100%. like everyone just relax. Like, we're okay. Let's control some possession.
They don't have a player. They haven't had a player who can dictate games in so long, and he is exactly that guy.
It was supposed to be Bruno, but he's way too erratic.
No, he's a fucking hero ball player. Yeah. That's the thing with Frenkie. Like, you need a sideways passer. You need a guy who's going to be willing to, okay, that's not there. Let's recycle play and wait for his moment. Pick his moment. Pick his pass. Find even like a player like Anthony. Like, Frenkie de Jong makes a player like Anthony better. And I think Anthony stinks. But they have enough attacking talent where if they can bring in a game controller and a tempo dictator like Frenkie de Jong, they can get into the top 4 race next year. They can be a real factor in the Premier League again. And as much as I don't want this to happen, I think there's a small chance that, as I mentioned, I think if Osimhen doesn't work out, Arsenal's 1B, 1C is a midfield name like Frenkie de Jong.
Wow.
So Manchester United, I think, need to go immediately into the transfer window, make this transfer happen, and don't let another team come in and steal Frenkie from underneath them.
Yeah, I think that it makes so much sense, like so much sense. They need exactly that profile. Obviously, the Ten Hag, which it's looking like if they continue to progress, he's going to stay. It doesn't seem like he's on the hot seat. I think we put him on the hot seat.
Fans put him a lot more on the hot seat.
But it doesn't seem like he really is, so he'll stay. It'll be perfect for Frenkie de Jong to come in. Funny enough, Bruno G said his dream spot is to play in Barcelona, and I wanted him to be put there, but they obviously can't spend to get a Bruno in, so that's why I chose PSG. But yeah, they definitely need to spend, and I mean, they definitely need to sell, and when they have the amount of midfield talent that they do, which was homegrown, like, you can afford to get your funds back through.
And it seems like Frankie's ready to leave. I mean, it's been rumored for so long, and it just feels like with Xavi leaving, it just makes sense for them to kind of reboot that midfield and for Frenkie to find his next step in his career, which, as much as it's like you would think Barcelona and Manchester United might be a step back, it's really a pretty lateral step where both of those clubs are right now, and it allows Frenkie to give himself a platform to be the world-class midfielder that he hasn't reached those heights yet. Like, he's had spurts where he's been great, but he's had plenty of inconsistencies, and he needs to find a new home and really kind of rejuvenate his career in a weird enough way.
I completely agree. I think that one makes a ton of sense.